Hi, I'm Michelle Strong. I am the middle school coordinator for Crosby Scholars. I want to share with you a story about a young man. He's a middle schooler. His name is Dayton. So one day I was working in my normal shift, and I had to walk down to the end of the hallway to talk to a teacher. So Dayton saw me, and I had my Crosby attire on, as I always do, and he immediately said, "I don't want to go to college. I'm going to work at McDonald's." And have you ever had one of those days when you feel like the very next thing I say is going to be very important? So I said, "Really? I love their Egg McMuffin sandwiches." So we only had maybe a sentence or two of conversation, and then I went back to my station. Then about 15 or 20 minutes later, he comes by my station intentionally, and he asked me, "So that Crosby thing, what is it about? Tell me what that is about." So I told him about the program, but softly, because he seemed a little defensive earlier, so I didn't want to offend. So he mentioned some things that might hinder him from completing the requirements. We addressed those. And apparently that day I must have had a business card, which I don't normally do that, but I must have had one on the table, because the next day I received this email, and it said, "Hey, Miss Strong, this is Dayton. I want to join that Crosby thing." So normally that would be just a regular email. But what I saw and what I got from that email was Dayton, from that conversation, he saw that that opportunity was for him. From him first admitting that he wants to work at McDonald's to him saying, "I want to join Crosby Scholars," he owned that, yeah, I get to have this opportunity for me, for Dayton. So that's huge. That's what we're trying to get across, that this is an opportunity for you. I think the words we say to students matter, and I believe what even opened that door up for me was because when he said his dream, whether he believed it or not, was that I didn't crush his dream. And it led me into an opportunity to have conversation with him. And now he is a Crosby Scholar, and yes, he has met both of his requirements, and he is going into high school as a Crosby Scholar. So I love what we do, because yeah, we do provide opportunities, but until you take it, it's not yours. And that email represented to me that Dayton said, that opportunity is for me. Because you can say that to kids all day. And so that email meant a lot to me. He just said, "Yeah, that's for me, and I'm going to take it." And so when I'm having those days when it gets busy and, just having a long day, I remember my Dayton, and he's the reason I do what I do. What we do is important, and we can see how it affects people who can see what we're trying to offer and see the impact that this actually can make on their lives. So I love what we do. I love the difference that it's making in Rowan County.